love being a chef, I love food. It's something that's never going to change, whether it be coming up with a new dish and meeting new people and training new chefs. If you're going to be working 12, 14 hours a day, well, you want it to be basically a second home or feel totally at home, and that's what we do feel here. And so it's important, even when we hire people, that they understand that and that they're going to fit into the family. Have to have similar sense of humors and similar values, and we do feel at home. We don't mind coming here. I never dread it, that's for sure. Being on Top Chef was fantastic, and for me, I looked at it as a way to show Canada and show my country what I've learned throughout my whole career, and get to really use all the food from all the different regions and all across Canada, and be as Canadian as you can, and kind of show the rest of the world that we have some very high-level chefs and products. It's always great to collaborate with people and with companies that share the same things, and Co-op is one of those places and one of those companies that has that feeling, and always has had that feeling for me at least, and that the values are very parallel. And whenever I sit and talk with people in Co-op or any of the people that work in the company, and it's always the same. It's about local, it's about sustainable, it's about your community, it's about being part of the community, and that's true all the way across Western Canada. It's not just one massive store here, one massive store there. It's in the rural areas, it's about the small towns, it's about the people, and it's about the products, right? And so I think that's very hard to find these days. Going to a great restaurant and where they bake all the bread and they make all the sausages and they smoke their own meats and do all those kind of things in-house in the restaurant is great, and because it's a restaurant, that's why you go. But when you can go to to a grocery store and get the same thing, having wonderful fresh baked bread, and you can smell it when you walk in, and you can see someone actually physically cutting meat there, and you can see meat being smoked, and you can see all these kind of things that you should and want to see, and you can walk around and you can essentially assemble yourself a meal from things that you can actually see going on, which is I think what you want, and that's the same values that we have at the restaurant as Co-op has in their stores. I want to hopefully be able to promote what they're doing and give some fun recipe ideas and new products and kind of help people along. I think everyone's turning a corner, getting back to kind of the basics and back to the cooking and back to the kitchen, and hopefully a little less hectic and more about the family, more about the food, and that sounds perfect to me.